Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Do you guys hear me?
There you go. Everybody gets before he talks.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you write this down? Right there. This is going to be our interview. Can you take this to the truck? So they can make a graphic. I guess I could have texted it to you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Here, I'm going to text it to you.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
Take it to them, and who is it?
Yeah.
The person, the halftime Homewood person?
Yeah, that's our interview. That's it. Come. Focus, madam.
Check, check.
Gotcha.
Okay, good. Want to make sure it's on.
You knew it was 7:05, so I forgot to tell you.
Fall weather has finally started to settle in during football season. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals, presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover, live from Driver Stadium in Gardendale, Alabama, as the Rockets of Gardendale take on the Patriots of Homewood in a 6A inter-regional matchup. Hello, everybody. I'm James Verrett, along with R.J. Burns. R.J., this is a situation where the home team comes in battered and bruised, but they're still battling their way to try to get their first home win. For Homewood, the visitors, they come in a situation where they're trying to rebound after a very, very weird and wild loss.
Yeah, we all know how Homewood lost last week in the overtime victory to Mountain Brook. But for Gardendale, it's all about how can I get the first home win tonight at home in a true home victory.
All right, let's take a look at our Tamron Hyundai keys to the game. And the theme is continuing to play like you win, but for the other team, trying to find some consistency.
Yeah, for Homewood, it's important that you continue to play winning football, and you also need to respond after last week's loss. But for Gardendale, offense must sustain drives, and defense must get off the field on third downs.
And that's been something that's been a bugaboo. Stay tuned. When we come back, we will have kickoff and the coin toss. It will be a wild night tonight as it is Gardendale Homewood Friday Night Rivals. Stay tuned.
Mic check, mic check.
The Rockets have won the third to the second half.
Can they check my mic? I'm not getting any feedback. You hear me?
I just heard you.
Okay.
What I see?
Well, usually there's like feedback in my ear, and I'm not getting that. Oh, I think I am.
Go to Austin.
Yeah, they're coming down to us after this.
Yeah, we're going to do the coin.
I'm getting nowhere since I don't even hear the director. We just go look ready.
Thank you again to Village Pharmacy for being our home game sponsor for tonight's ball game. Village Pharmacy, we are not just a pharmacy, but a
I got that from our
Rockets
analysts.
fans, please stand for the Gardendale Rocket liftoff countdown.
James is giving me directions.
Attention, Rocket Nation. This is your final go. No go for launch. Cheerleaders, rockets, color guard, rocket band, Rocket Nation, stand to your feet and get ready for liftoff.
Time now for our Shops of Grand River coin toss. And remember, Shops of Grand River save even more at Birmingham's only outlet center. And as you can see, showing the coin. Homewood, the visiting team, home team. In maroon, that is Gardendale. And Gardendale wins the toss. They will win the toss, and they have decided to defer, which means Homewood will receive first. Let's go down to the third member of our broadcast team, Austin Pratt. Let's go, Austin.
Guys, first of all, it needs to be said the weather out here is fantastic tonight, and it's finally feeling like some fall football here. That being said, I did speak to both coaches before the game as usual. Coach Bergeson with Homewood telling me that his guys are feeling good. Everyone knows the momentum they've had. Coming off a heartbreaking loss that week, they're trying to correct it here tonight. And then coming out of Gardendale, I also spoke with Coach Firestone. He says his guys are feeling good. They're doing all the right things in practice, and sometimes a game just gets away from you and you end up on the wrong side of it. They're hoping tonight isn't one of those games, guys.
All right, thank you so very much, Austin. And you see Coach Bergeson, 12 years and running over there at Homewood, and he has definitely created a 6A powerhouse. They're consistently in the playoffs and consistently a force to be reckoned with. And they'll be receiving, and this is an offense that is definitely done well. You see Eric Firestone, his first year as head coach, but not his first year here at Gardendale. He was the defensive coordinator for a long period of time and was elevated to the head coach. And time now for our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Remember, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union, where you belong. They're committed to providing personalized financial solutions and to help achieve your goals. Go to CoosaPinesFCU.org today. Logan Stewart, the kicker for the Rockets. And back deep, Reed Goldstein. And here comes Logan for our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. He kicks it deep and in the corner, and we're underway. Good return here out to the 20, and good coverage. He doesn't get much past the 20, out to about the 23, 24-yard line. Good return there by Davis Griffin. And this offense is a high-powered offense. They average close to 40 points a game. And Coach said he just wants his team to live up to their average or their standard tonight. There's the signal caller, Caleb Carson. The senior also plays point guard on the basketball team, and you'll see how he operates. He has that point guard type confidence. Staying in the shotgun, Carson's going to go to the air. Quick pass, and wow, batted away immediately. And that was a good play right there by number 9, Cameron Cusimano. Take a look at the People's Bank of Alabama starting lineup for Homewood. Carson is their signal caller, but he has a group of fantastic receivers.
Yeah, you have 22 Davis Griffin, 2 Cam Crosser, and you can see right there on that last play, it was almost deflected.
Second down and 10. Still staying in the shotgun. Walden going in motion. They're going to flare it out to David Walden. Walden has a wall there with the nice screen, and he has enough for the first down. He'll be able to move the chains.
Nice little bubble screen right there. Was very patient, very good pass, good throw, and he was able to catch the ball right there for a few positive yards.
Let's take a look at that defense for People's Bank of Alabama. For the Rockets of Gardendale, a little bit undersized, but they do have some speed.
Well, yeah, number 1, Kamara Good, and they also have another powerful defensive lineman as well.
Second down. Check that. First down and 10. Ball now at the 36-yard line. They're going to keep it on the ground. Give it to Davis Griffin. And Griffin able to get about 6 yards on that one.
Yeah, that's all you need in the inside zone like that. You get about 6 or 5 yards. Be patient, run behind offensive lineman, and he got some very good positive yards right there.
Cusimano once again on the tackle. He plays the linebacker role. Linebackers and defensive linemen very active for Gardendale. Second down and 4 now for the Patriots. Carson with a nice pass, able to find Cam Foster. And Foster able to get enough for another first down. They move the chains again, and they're sort of like going regular business style.
They are, and you mentioned how the quarterback operates like a point guard. He's doing this so far. He's being patient in the pocket. He's not playing under pressure, and he's just reading the defense and giving what they're giving to him.
Now they're in Rocket territory at the 47-yard line. Giving it to Tommen Felton, and here comes Felton on the end around. Felton is trying to outrun the Rockets, and he gets knocked out of bounds inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line. What a play by Tommen Felton.
A big explosive play, and that's a young man you have to have your eyes on all night. He's a receiver who has over 500 receiving yards. He's very explosive, and on that run, he was very explosive, as you can tell.
No doubt about it. He was definitely explosive. Now it's time to be in the Windows World Red Zone. Enhance your home in Window World in Central Alabama. They redefine durability, performance, and value, setting a new standard in how you live and work in Central Alabama. They're going to give it on the ground to Griffin. Griffin is going to try to push his way forward, but he's met right at the line of scrimmage. May have gotten one on that play. Jimmy Washington and company on the tackle.
Yeah, Jimmy and his defense were all over it. They read it. They knew what was coming, was very patient, and they were able to make the tackle right there.
Now second and goal from the 3-yard line. Handoff again to Griffin. Griffin is into the end zone for a touchdown. City of Bessemer touchdown, the first one of the night for the Patriots.
Yeah, he was very patient right there. I mean, he basically walked into the end zone and look on the outside zone, followed his offensive lineman, and he found the end zone for 6 points.
City of Bessemer touchdown. We take another look at it, and he just glides in. Yeah, see why we call it the Marvel City. With growing jobs, affordable housing, and strong schools, Bessemer, Alabama, is opportunity lives here. Point after attempt by Judson Eames. Kick is up, and it's no good, but it looks like we had stoppage at play.
Encroachment. Defense. Half the distance.
Wow.
One on time down.
And those self-inflicted wounds is not what Coach Firestone wants to see from the Rockets.
Yeah, there was something, and especially early in the game is this, you don't have those type of self-inflicted wounds. You have to be smart and be very patient.
So now Judson gets another opportunity. And it's good. 10:06 left here in the opening quarter, and Homewood, as they say, they are, as they're advertised, a business-like approach to their offense, and they're able to march down the field and put 7 on the board.
Yeah, they marched down. I mean, they were very patient, very poised, and as you said earlier, this is a team we know that very explosive. They can score a lot of points, and right there on that drive, they just was very patient, and they just drove the ball downfield in a business-like way, and they found the end zone.
So now it's time for another Coosa Pines Credit Union kickoff. And Judson Eanes will handle the kicking duties for the Patriots. And here we go, the Coosa Pines Credit Union kickoff, and this one is going to go into the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll have it at their 20, and that's where Gardendale will take over. Good kick by Eanes. So much has been said about the Homewood Patriot offense, but a lot of people haven't talked about a defense with the Patriots that already have 2 shutouts in the season.
Yeah, 2 shutouts, man. That's big right there. And when you're a team like this, that's something you want to build off of. And, I mean, they have a good defense, and they have some good defensive linemen as well.
All right. Gardendale has their work cut out for them. Ridge Wiggins is the quarterback. And they're going to start on the ground, and that's Montavious Evans on the carry. And Evans able to get about 3 yards on that carry. Let's take a look at the Gardendale starting offense, brought to you by People's Bank of Alabama. Aqua Evans was supposed to start, but it looks like Montavious Evans has the start instead of Aqua. There we go. Another flare out to Montavious, and he is close to the first down marker. Good pursuit by the Patriots defense.
Yeah, it was patient. They found the ball, they got to it, and that's what you want to see in a good defense.
People's Bank of Alabama, you see the Homewood defense. This is a stout defensive front. And that young man right there, free safety, John Griffin, doing a good job. Third down and short now. Keeping it on the ground. And may have enough. Yes, second and third effort by Evans will get him across the line for a first down.
That's one thing about their defensive linemen. Once they lock onto the offensive lineman, they do a good job of getting off the offensive lineman and shedding blocks and finding the ball. And they did a good job of that on this last play of finding the ball as well.
And looks like they're going to stay with Evans, Montavious Evans at running back. Wiggins with the throw. Oh, no. Trey Crum just left the crumbs right there. He was trying to take the whole cookie.
Yeah.
But you gotta grab the ball. It was right there in his hand.
He can try to run. I think he tried to maybe see some positive yards, but he caught the ball. But you have to just look the ball in, catch it first, then try to take off, James.
Oh, my goodness. You got to get the whole cookie, Crum. All right. Second down and 10 now. Ball at the 32. They're going to still stay with about 3 wide receivers. Their tight end, Hayner, still right there on the line. Flare pass out and able to make it a positive. And that was Jalen Keenan on the reception. So now third down and 5. Now they've got a bunch alignment there with the wide receivers on the far side. Wiggins with time. Now he's getting some pressure. He's going to try to run, but he doesn't go anywhere fast. Luke Eldridge was the first one there to meet him at the line of scrimmage, along with Dennis White Jr.
One thing about this defense, they play smart and they play disciplined. They're able to see where the ball is at, and they don't over pursue. And as you can tell right there, they were all over the quarterback for that tackle.
And now it's fourth down. Tight end Jackson Hayner also handles the punting duties. The 6'4", 210-pound senior is the punter. And he booms this one. Fair catch call. And the reception made by Caleb. Here we go. And that was John Griffin on the reception there. We come back. We'll see if Homewood can add to their 7-0 lead. Stay tuned.
I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking in here and he's talking back to me.
Closed captioning is brought to you by 1 Hour Heating and Air.
Second drive now of the evening for the Homewood Patriots. They have a 7-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground, a huge hole. Keeping his feet is Davis Griffin. Good run.
Griffin was inside zone. And one thing I like about this offense, they're doing a great job of following the offensive lineman. They're being very patient, and offensive lineman is blocking very well.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Davis Griffin comes into the game with 2 touchdowns, 247 yards on 46 carries.
I just want to know when we're taking this People's Bank interview.
Another first down. Trying to find his way as Reed Goldstein. Goldstein
is
trying to do his best. Marcus
He's here right now,
reversing field. He gets the first down and more. Here comes Goldstein. Reed Goldstein. There's a flag over there. And he's finally brought down at the 20-yard line. This may all be coming back. But Mr. Goldstein was all over the place.
Yeah, that whole play was all over the place. It looked like he wanted to start from an outside zone to the right. He cut back to the left. Cut back in the middle of the field, and right now we're just waiting to see what the flag was on. But it was a whole lot of action going on in that one play.
Offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Down remains 1.
So a block in the back. And I can see that because Reed was just zipping like a water bug all over the place.
Yeah, zigzagging through the field, basically.
I mean, he went 60 yards to go 20.
Timeout.
And the officials just try.
If you want to take it, it's fine, but.
Can we do it after trading possession? Y'all just stay on here?
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you. Sorry about that.
So he still had enough for the first down when the penalty occurred, and he's already into Rocket territory. Okay, looks like we're ready to go from the 42-yard line. DeCordris goes in motion. Quick pass, easy to Cam Foster. And he has about a 6-yard gain. This is a young man, just a sophomore, and Cam Foster pretty good.
Yeah, he's just a sophomore, but he plays like a veteran. That's what you want to see in players like that who's young, but they also play like a vet and make plays when they have to be made.
Now 2nd down and 6 yards to go for the first. Carson, another quick pass, a pinpoint accurate pass to Hayes. DeCordris is tight end. That's his 9th reception of the year.
Defensive front is going to have to create pressure because if not, this quarterback is just going to have time all day to make plays in the backfield, and he's being very patient with it.
And you can see his command of the offense. Really doesn't look like he's a rah-rah guy, just really business-like is Caleb Carson. Handoff now to Goldstein, and this time Goldstein runs in the closest straight line we've seen tonight for him.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to run the outside zone, but got stuck in that turf a little bit and looked like he was very frustrated. I ain't gonna lie, if I was him, I would have got frustrated too, James, if I see nothing but green grass and I just tripled all of a sudden on the turf.
Now it's second down and about 11 after the turf monster, as they say. We're getting closer to, we're in October, so it is the Halloween month. So, yeah the turf monster does come out. DeCordris now goes in motion. Carson now with a nice rainbow throw, wide open, wow, and David Walden just goes through his hands. May have been a little bit too much for him.
Yeah, one thing I like about this quarterback, he's very smooth. He didn't, it seemed like he put a lot on that ball, but as you can see right here, he rolled out to his right. He's very smooth, just casually threw it, but he just overthrew the receiver. But if he connects with him, that is a wide open touchdown right there.
One word to describe Caleb Carson right now, the way he's performed, he's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
So now third down and 11. They got to get inside the 24 first. Carson looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, right there, and he finds Walden. But there is a flag. He may have crossed the line of scrimmage, and it may all be coming back.
Caleb Carson just floated that ball over to his receiver right there. To
We got
David
an
Walden.
incomplete pass. Yeah. He's going to want to take this. It's going to be a loss of down. Hey, ask.
And let's take another look. You see, he's coming. Yeah, he crossed the line.
Yeah, he definitely crossed it.
And I know David Walden's like, hey, man, that would have been my fourth touchdown of the season. But that does make for good conversation. He can, tell the people that he's talking to after the game, I've got 3. I should have had 4. It was 4, but they took it away.
Yeah.
So it'll be fourth down. So it's yardage and loss of down. And looks like Judson Eanes, is he going to come in and do a field goal? No, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Fourth and long. Carson still in at quarterback. Going to go for it, has some time, throws a nice bullet, and it's right off the hands of Tamon Felton, and it's incomplete. But the defense for Gardendale stands firm and gets a turnover on downs. Great job by the Rockets, but with a little help from the penalties by the Patriots. We'll see if Gardendale's offense can take advantage. Stay tuned.
Am I getting tossed to, or am I just starting? Okay.
They have 2 locations in Gardendale. The best services and physical therapy needs. KTI. Appointments.
20 seconds. Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals. We have Kent Howes with People's Bank of Alabama. And Kent, why don't you tell me what brings People's Bank to a Friday Night Rivals football game out here tonight?
Well, high school football is a community event, and People's Bank of Alabama is a community bank. We're so proud to be a sponsor.
And how long has People's Bank been in Gardendale?
We have been in Gardendale for 30 years. We opened the branch in 1995. I've worked in that location for 13 of those years and seen tremendous growth. And we just really appreciate the people of this community trusting us for their finances.
And is there anything new going on with People's Bank right now?
Well, we're really excited to be on Forbes' list of best in-state banks for the 4th consecutive year. That's just a testament to our loyal customers and the hard work on our team.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think is one of the contributing factors to the success of People's Bank?
Well, there's actually a few. One of them is customer-first service, a commitment to technology that we can offer the same products and services larger banks can, and community impact. We want to make sure we can service and serve the communities that we're in.
And in your mind, what makes People's Bank so special?
We are one of the few banks in the state that have an employee stock option plan. And with that means the employees are partial owners of the bank. With that ownership, that brings a higher level of customer service, because if our customers succeed, we'll succeed.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Ken. Appreciate it. And with that, we're going to send it right back up to our guys in the booth.
Thanks a lot, Austin. And General Wilshire has been on the carry, and yes, that is his official name, General Wilshire.
General.
Yes. I affectionately call my daughter the General because she tries to boss everybody around, but I told her I'm actually going to call somebody's name, named the General. All right, 2nd down and long. Here comes Wilshire, and Wilshire this time is met by Luke Eldridge, and Eldridge and company right there along with Parker Lindsay, able to make the tackle.
Eldridge that was a good defensive play right there. He met him at the line of scrimmage, chased it down for a loss of the tackle, and he was very patient. Once he saw it, he reacted to it and was able to make a stop right there.
Third down. Quick pass again, trying to get a bubble screen. And looks like it was good pursuit by the Patriots. They were able to quickly cover that one up.
One thing about this secondary, they do a good job of getting off blocks. As you can see right there on this last play, he found the ball, he got off the block, and he was able to make the tackle right there.
That'll bring up a 4th down. This defense has already pitched 2 shutouts. And now the tight end, Jackson Hayner, back to kick for the Rockets.
Quarter's breaking, we do it, and then the second quarter break would be halftime. So it's like that doesn't make any sense.
Booms this one. They're going to let it bounce, and it'll be dead inside the 20 at about the 11-yard line. And time now for the fan favorite, the Children of Alabama Smile Cam. There go the cheerleaders. Yes, the cheerleaders. Hello, Gardendale cheerleaders. And remember, Children of Alabama, all for your one. And that's our fan favorite, the Children of Alabama. Smile. See, she's smiling.
She had a bright smile.
Yes, 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 yes.
They caught the memo.
Yes, they got the memo. All right, time now to see if Homewood cannot have a self-inflicted wound, but now they're deep in their own territory inside the 20. Carson's going to hand it off to Griffin. Here comes Griffin, has some room to run, and he's eventually brought down. Good tackle there by Carson Ellis, number 16.
Yeah, Griffin looked like he wanted to go on the inside, but he bounced it out to the outside and way to find the ball for Gardendale's defense. They found the ball and made a nice form tackle. That's what you want to see in a good defense.
Griffin coming into tonight's game with 46 carries, 2 touchdowns, 247 yards on the ground. 2nd down and short. End around David Walden. Once again, Walden has some room to run. He's trying to outrun the defense, but Jordan White is right there with a touchdown-saving tackle, and a flag comes in late. May have been a face mask.
Yeah, you don't want to keep having plays like that. Once you make fast, explosive plays, you don't want to have a negative yards right here. See right here, he got that ball to the outside zone. He was moving pretty fast. You seen right there, cover the ball.
But see, that face mask, that'll add some yards to it. Jordan White reached down and grabbed it. So it'll be a first down and more. And you know, when you think about it, Jordan most likely wasn't intentionally trying. He's just trying to grab something.
Yeah.
To stop somebody that's running at a high rate of speed.
In that case, he just trying to simply make a play. And
yes.
Sometimes you mess around and grab the wrong thing, but he tried to make a play and he just caught his face mask.
As they say, he's got to shake it off next play now that the Patriots are back in Rocket territory. Carson with the bootleg throwing, and Tamon Felton for the second time tonight. It just goes through his hands.
Oh, man, those type of catches right there, you have to make. I mean, the quarterback was patient. Looked like he was going to hit him right there for a first down, but he just couldn't catch the ball right there. See right here, he's rolling out. If he would have caught it, it would have been like a toe toucher. But like we said before, James, you got to catch the ball first before you can do anything else.
I think he was worried about his toes too much rather than his hands. He was worried about the pedicure rather than the manicure.
Yeah.
The mani first, then the pedi. Second down and 10. Keeping it on the ground is Davis Griffin. Davis gets about 3 yards before he's pushed back. That's a good pushback there. That defensive front is a little stout there.
Yeah, one thing about Gardendale defensive front, they can make plays. Once they use their hands, they get off the blocks, they can find the ball, and they have to do that all night and be consistent with it.
Third down and 7 for the Patriots. Walden in motion. Here comes Carson. Quick pass. And Walden able to make the play and get a first down, and they'll move the chains. And Walden showing that he can not only run it, he can catch it a little bit. And that ends the first quarter. And this is a Salvatore's Pizza Break. Remember, 4 locations in the Birmingham area. If you say Friday Night Rivals, you get 10% off your order. Stay tuned. We'll see if Bergeson's Patriots can add on to their 7-0 lead. Stay tuned. Drivers Stadium on a Friday night. All the people in Gardendale are out here to root on their Rockets. Here we go. It's the Patriots on the drive, trying to keep their feet. Is Davis Griffin. Davis Griffin 10, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. Good run by Davis Griffin. I mean, some of these guys are unassuming, but once they get the football, it's like, you know, you press the cheat code, and they're right now in the Windows World Red Zone.
Yeah, he did that right there. Once he got to the outside, he just kind of got in another mode. He got faster. He just climbed his way almost to the end zone, but he didn't get into the end zone. But he was moving very fast on that play.
And Champloo is in the backfield. Another Salvatore's first down, and that's Chappie Champloo. And his name sounds like a hockey guy's name, but don't worry, he's a pretty good football player. They should call him TD Champloo because he leads the running back core in touchdowns with 7. Here we go. They're going to try to go quick. And that's their version of the tush push. Caleb Carson is in. And we're just waiting for the official call. Yes, it is. It's a City of Bessemer touchdown for the Patriots.
Well, Champloo did a good job of setting it up for a touchdown. And like you said, that was their version of the tush push. And they was on the 1-yard line. They pushed him on in for a touchdown.
And Caleb Carson gets his first rushing touchdown of the evening. Take another look.
Just pushing it right on in the end zone.
And now that lead expands to 13 points and trying to get that point after attempt. Very smooth is Caleb Carson. Already with over 100 yards passing.
Yeah, over 100. It don't seem like it, but this young man is very smooth. He's operating at his own level. He's not letting nothing affect him, and he's just doing his thing.
And we did have a player down for Gardendale, and that's Gage Dotson. And looking to see him walk off the field. And those injury bugs, as we talked to Coach Firestone this week, he said that he's had a rash of injuries that's forced him to play as many as 11 freshmen and sophomore players at the varsity level. Good to see Dotson walking off smoothly. So now Eanes on for the point after attempt. His long snapper, we'll talk about him a little bit later, Hardy Butler, has a story of his own. That kick is good. 11:21 left here in the opening half. And it's 14-0 off the legs of Caleb Carson, who was able to run in for his first touchdown of the night, but second for Homewood.
Yes, they're just they're very patient, and they're taking what the defense is giving to them. They're not making the moment bigger than what they are. They're operating. The offense is playing well. They're blocking well. Receivers and running backs are making some very explosive plays, and Carson just operating the offense like he should.
Did you see that chicken?
What chicken?
You didn't see the chicken?
I did not see the chicken.
I saw the chicken. There was a chicken in a cone head.
Uh-oh.
I saw a chicken I'm just saying, I saw a chicken in a cone head. I'm not sure if I'm seeing things, but I saw a chicken and a cone head. I'm just saying. All right. So now Eanes is on for another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And he kicks this one deep again, and it'll go into the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Gardendale offense will come in, and when you think about it, their offense can move the ball, but when you're starting at your own 20, it's sort of difficult when you've got a lot of injuries to try to move it all the way down the field. But that is the charge for Ridge Wickens as he comes onto the field.
Yeah, they have to find something that works for them. And like you said, to your point, they can move the ball.
And let's take a look at our Fortis Institute scoring summary. 8 plays, 89 yards, 2 minutes, 6 seconds with that Carson 2-yard touchdown rush. Remember, Fortis Institute, your life powered by learning. First play of the drive now for Gardendale. Wiggins with a nice flare out to Con Corbell, and he's able to get a few yards before he's brought down by John Griffin.
That's one thing about this offense. They can make plays. They can make the plays that need to be played, but they have to know how to finish. They have to execute at a high level.
Second down, and we'll call it about 4 for the first down. 3 wide receivers out there. Trying to go quick. They do. Able to get the reception is Trey Crum. This time, he picked up the cookies and the crumb.
Yeah, he got all of it then.
There you go. And that's enough for a Salvatore's first down. They move the chains, and now they're right at the 30-yard line. And Wiggins, just a sophomore, trying to navigate this offense against the Patriots. Keeping it on the ground is Tamper, and Tamper gets about 3 on his first carry of the night. Walter Tamper.
Good run for Walter Tamper. Was very patient, and he took what was given to him. He saw the hole, and he just went downhill and executed, and he made a good play for a few positive yards.
Second down, call it 5. Keeping it on the ground, and Tamper gets close to the first down. Depends on the spot. They may give it to him, and they do. Another Salvatore's first down, and Griffin once again on the tackle for the Patriots.
Tamper looked like he's trying to find his rhythm right there. Another great run by him.
Trying to go with a quick pass. Crum is the recipient, and wow, just getting slammed to the ground. And that's John Martin. Say hello to John Martin, Mr. Crum. Martin said, I'm going to let you know, we're not going to let you catch another one.
Looks like they're trying to get in a good offensive rhythm, something that's going to work for them tonight right now.
Second down and 6 for the Rockets. They trail by 14, trying to get their first win at home this season. And the whistle blows, stops play.
Full start. Offense. 5 yards. Down remains.
Somebody moved a little early.
Yeah, you have to wait for the ball. You know, as an offense person, you know the snap count. You have to be disciplined to wait for the ball to get snapped.
Now second down and 11. This may change the play call. There's 3 wide receivers, 2 on the far side, and Crum on the near side right here on the 4 of the 40-yard line. Going to give it to Tamper. Tamper is met at the line of scrimmage, and he is literally stonewalled low and high. And Griffin once again in on that tackle.
John Griffin has been very active tonight. And one thing about this defense, they have a good defense, but most of all, they have a good defensive front as well. They know how to get off blocks and find the ball.
Able to get about 3 of those negative yards back to make it 3rd down and 9. 12 seconds left on the play clock as Hayner will go in motion to the near side. Wiggins makes the play, maybe a little short. Good reception there by Jalen Keenan. And they say he's about 1 yard short, right at the 49-yard line. His second reception of the evening. And a good tackle made there by Tate Birdishaw. Or Birdshaw.
A great reception right there. One thing I like about that pass is he caught it in traffic and he still came down with the ball. And that's what a good receiver does. They know how to make plays when good plays have to be made.
Now this is decision time. They're going forward on 4th down. This may be our Act Equipment first coach's call of the night. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout. So RJ, when we come back, we'll see what your thoughts are as it's decision time for the Rockets as they trail by 14. Stay tuned.
Are we taking the second sponsor after this break? I'm sorry.
Dr. J and Andrews Sports Medicine are proud to be the primary healthcare provider.
Yeah,
for
we can be.
Gardendale athletics. Andrews physicians are dedicated to keeping athletes safe while aggressively pursuing victory
sounds good.
over injury. Call 205-939.
So,
So nice, we like it twice. It is the Children's of Alabama Smile Camp. They're the guys. Hey, fellas, they're smiling. Remember, Children's of Alabama, all for one. And they're going for it on 4th down, and looks like they got enough to get another Salvatore's first down and move the chains. A little pushing and shoving going on there, but they're able to push it across the line.
They only needed a few yards, and I guess the coach decided that was the best play, and it looked like they executed it well. They needed about 2 or 3 yards to get the first down, and they got exactly that on that last play.
Montavious Evans back in the game at running back.
It's Jade Wisdom.
Into Patriot territory. Wiggins with the throw and incomplete. Not sure who he was looking for.
Jade
Corbell was
Wisdom,
in the
Director
area,
of Admissions.
but he overthrew 2 other receivers that were underneath.
Yeah, I think right there the quarterback did what he did. He just threw the ball away and lived for another down. That's what a good quarterback do. Instead of getting negative yards or just doing something silly, just throw it away and live for another drive.
So far tonight for Wiggins, he's 7 of 8 for 29 yards passing. That stat should increase after this drive. 2nd down and 10 now for the Patriots. Finding a quick pass to Keenan, and Keenan this time quickly wrapped up. And it looks like they have a spy, and that spy is Mr. John Griffin.
Yeah, John Griffin, he came down here flying to make that tackle, and he was perfect. Once he seen the ball, he broke on the ball, made a play, and he was able to make that tackle right there.
Now a 3rd down, and so far tonight on 3rd down efficiency, Gardendale is just 1 of 4. Can they improve it to 2 of 5 if they can convert here? 3 wide receivers on the far side. Evans going in motion, trying to set up for a possible bubble screen, but they're going to throw it. Reception is made. Off to the races he goes. Enough for the first down. Good catch there by Trey Crum, and he gets another Salvatore's first down.
Yeah, that time Trey Crum, he got all the crumbs right there on that first down. Was very patient right here. You can see on this play, looking downfield. He made the reception to him. He got the ball in traffic, got up 3 more yards right there, and he just refused to go down right there. It was very physical.
Had a mismatch with that outside linebacker, Joey Lucanau. So now 1st and 10 inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. Give it to Evans. And Evans is hit right after he gets about 2 or 3 yards on that carry. And Rod Lambert there on the tackle. Let's go down to Austin. Austin?
Guys, I've got Jade Wisdom, the Director of Admissions at Fortis Institute with me now. And Jade, tell me a little bit about what is Fortis Institute.
Yeah, thanks for that question. So Fortis Institute, we're an institution of higher learning. We teach our students allied health and skilled trades through hands-on programs.
And what are those programs? What do you guys offer?
Yeah, so we have trades programs with welding, electrical trades, and HVAC. We have allied health with medical assisting, dental assisting, and dental hygiene as well.
And what are the benefits of attending Fortis, and when do classes start?
The benefits of attending Fortis is learning in a hands-on environment from instructors with real-life experience. And classes start October 13th. Come and check us out.
Yeah, and what about financial aid? Is that something that's available for people looking into it?
Yeah, so financial aid is available for those who qualify. We help you every step of the way, so you come on into campus and we'll help you get signed up.
And if someone's, wants to learn more about Fortis or maybe schedule a tour, how can they do that?
Yeah, so you can reach out to us on campus. Our phone number is 205-948-7200, or you can stop by our Birmingham location located at 100 London Parkway, Suite 150.
Thank you very much, Jade. Really appreciate that. Now we're going to send it back up to our guys in the booth.
Thanks a lot, Fortis Institute in Austin, for that great interview and information. Personal foul moves Gardendale back to the 39-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 22. And after all that shifting, looks like they may have run out of time on the play clock. Now it'll be 2nd and 27.
Offense. 5 yards. Down remains 2.
Now, if you're going to do all that motion and shifting and all that stuff, you got to keep an eye on the clock.
Yeah, you have to be aware. You have to know what you're going to do as well. I mean, Oh, yeah, you have to, and that's the good thing about the defense. They knew what was going on, but the offense looked like they didn't know what was going on.
So now 2nd and a long way. Need to get inside the 30. Wiggins going to throw it long and just over the head of his intended receiver, looking for Trey Crum. And everybody's high-fiving. I don't know why. That ball was, trying to go to the moon.
Yeah.
It's in Rocket territory. And their mascot, the Rockets, appropriate. They're right here on I-65 going toward Huntsville, Rocket City. You can most likely imagine years ago when they used to see those large rockets going down the road. Trying to go for the option. Wow. Look at that wall. Great hit on Evans. And that was a monster hit. John Martin once again delivering the blow.
John Martin came down here, right here. He's seen the option. He played it well. He read it well. As soon as he gets to the pitch, man, he comes down here and boom, meet him right there in the backfield. And that's what you want to see in a defensive back like that. They can read the play, but they also can make good plays coming downhill at a fast pace like John Martin came downhill.
And he hit him right when Parker Lindsay wanted to hit him, and I know they most likely have a discussion on the sideline about that. Hayner with the punt. And it looks like they're going to try to return it. That was a dangerous play, but they were able to recover. And that was Reed Goldstein. Goldstein likes to do a lot of interesting things on the field. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover, and the Patriots with a 14-0 lead, and they're trying to see if they can add on to it with 3:49 left here in the opening half. And remember, we'll have our school bus stop of the game at the end of the game, one of our better defensive plays. And remember, the law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. All right, from their own 26, they're going to try with a reverse. And here comes Tamon Felton. Here comes Felton. He's got one man to beat. Felton is off to the races, and he just can't beat the one man. Great job with a touchdown-saving tackle is Carlos Brown. And back in the Window World red zone are the Patriots.
It was a good tackle by Carlos Brown. Look at this play, well-designed, set up on the reverse. He got around the right end, cut up on the field. He just keeps going, and he had literally one man to beat, and that one man, he had a good save down, touchdown right there. You see right there, took him down at the 1 yard line.
It's all about the angles. Another Salvatore's first down as they're in the Window World red zone. And now Davis Griffin in the backfield along with Carson. Give to Griffin, and he's just going to walk into the end zone. David Griffin with another City of Bessemer touchdown, and now that lead expands to 20 for Homewood. And once again, business-like.
Yeah.
They take advantage of the opportunities given, and this one, that hole was big enough. I think I could have ran that one in just a little bit.
And we know this offense is very explosive, and right now they've been showing it so far.
Eames for the point after attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. 3:31 left here in the opening half. And for Davis Griffin, that is his third touchdown of the season. 21-0 is your score. And a lot of people at home are like, well, has this just been a rout? No, it hasn't been a rout. Both teams have been making great plays. Some been making some mistakes. Is that the chicken down there? I'm not sure.
That's probably what you was referring to earlier.
Oh, that's something. That's an octopus. Okay, I'm seeing something. I knew I saw something back there in the background. And you see Coach Firestone, he's still motivating his team because he knows he's got like 11 or 12 underclassmen who are playing significant time this season due to injuries. And remember, after the game, we will have our trophy presentation, and, of course, we'll have our Drummond Company Player of the Game. And remember, it's always good to nominate an outstanding teacher. Go to abc33.com/Drummond Cares to nominate your favorite educator for the Drummond Company Heart of Education Award. Now, the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff goes into the end zone for another touchback. And now with 3:31 left in the half, RJ, offensively, what do you think Gardendale needs to do and try to get on this scoreboard?
Well, they need to try to do some things that's going to help them. Maybe they can try putting the ball on the ground, or they can try to put the ball in the air.
Let's take a look at our Fortis Institute scoring summary. 2 plays, 74 yards. It took a total of 21 seconds, capped off by the Griffin 3-yard touchdown run. So now let's see what the Rockets can do. Wiggins trying with the bootleg. He finds a receiver, and the receiver keeps on going. Corbell gets into Patriot territory. Somebody tried to punch the ball out rather than tackle him, and it's a Salvatore's first down.
Very good explosive play right there, as you can tell. I mean, he caught the ball, he got some yards, and one thing I like about him, he didn't give up. He knew the defender was behind him, and he took the ball, and he got down.
So the ball is at the 49-yard line of the Patriots. Once again, the Rockets in Homewood territory. Montavious Evans on the carry. He's able to get 1, possibly 2 yards, and that's Charlie Dabbs who's able to make the tackle along with Major Moore.
Yeah, even though they're down 21-0, they're still trying. They're still playing hard. That's what you want to see in a good football team. It don't matter how many points you're down. You're still going to run the ball hard, and you're still going to do all the things that it takes to be a good football team.
2nd down and 7. Wiggins trying a middle screen to Hayner. Here comes Jackson Hayner. Hayner, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Put 6 on the board, a City of Bessemer touchdown for the Rockets.
Yeah, with a very great touchdown for them. As you can tell, it was a middle screen. He was very patient, and he had all the yards in front of him. He had nothing but green grass, and once he found the grass, he found the touchdown right here. The quarterback looking. He's very patient, sees the window right there in the middle, and he's had nothing but green grass. He had all that yards right there, and he found his way into the end zone.
Good job for Hayner. And looks like it's a block kick, and that was John Martin there with the block. Extra point is blocked. So the defense said, you know what, we may have given you 6, but we're not going to give you that extra 1. And good touchdown there by Hayner. You can see how he's sort of hyped up. And this senior, part of a large senior class that has been decimated by injury. And I know he wanted this season to be a little different, but hey, tonight he gets a touchdown, and he can definitely revel in that moment.
Definitely can.
Take another look.
And one thing I like about this offense, they did a good job of setting it up right there. Once they released with 1 second, they got upfield and up for green grass for the tight end.
Good job by Jackson Hayner, 6'4", 210 pounds, who can kick it, and he can catch it, and he can run it.
So he can do everything, huh?
We can't throw it. We don't know if he can throw it yet. Now Logan Stewart on to kick. His first kick since he kicked off another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And this one is high but returnable. Oh, it's a fumble on the play. And is it loose? Let's see if Gardendale has it. They're fighting over the football. Gardendale says they have it, and oh my. What a play. And let's see who finally came up with the football. And it looks like it was Jimmy Washington. And it was Jimmy Washington.
What a big play right there. Something that they needed right here. The ball bounced and bounced, and he got it right there. I think he might have fell on it right there. And we were talking about a spark earlier. They just scored a touchdown, and they just got the ball back on the kickoff. Maybe this is a spark that they needed in this game.
Special teams, it can save you, but it also can hurt you.
Yes.
2:21 left. Now it's a possibility that you can see. You see Mark Moody right there. He's definitely hyped up about that. One of those special teamers. Here comes Wiggins again. Best field position of the night. Inside the 30. Going to throw it. And no! Almost intercepted by George French of the Patriots.
Yeah, George French, he was definitely in position, but he just couldn't come down with it. But if you're Gardendale, you don't need a play like that after you've just gained momentum. You have to have positive plays and something that's going to help you get back into a rhythm of going right here. Let's take another look at it right here. Throws it up, and, I mean, he was all over that. He just couldn't come down with the ball.
So they had a penalty, an eligible receiver downfield against Gardendale. That will push them back. So now it's 2nd and long. Check that, 1st and 15. Quick pass. Crum on the reception. And the whistle did blow. He was like, no, my knee didn't hit the ground. I was saying, yes, it did.
He's probably thinking, I didn't hear anything. I'm going to keep running.
Let's see if that knee hits. Well, no replay now in the regular season. So, Crum, you may have something to argue about later on. 2nd down now and 10. 4 wide receiver set for Wiggins. Another quick pass. Crum goes out of bounds as French was there on the coverage.
It was good defense from French. He deflected the pass. They knew who they wanted to go to, and he read it. Once he seen it, he made a play on the ball. He knocked the ball down.
They want to try to get some points here after the botched kick return by Homewood that gives Gardendale great field position and a wonderful opportunity to cut into the Homewood lead. 3rd and 10. Out to Keenan. Keenan tries to make a move, but too many white shirts around him. They're able to quickly corral him. Randall Jaquez there to race in to make the tackle along with others for Homewood.
This defense, they do a great job of finding the ball. They find the ball, and they fly to the ball, and they make plays. And we've been seeing that all night.
So now the Patriots are going to call a timeout with 1:07 left to play here in the opening half. And some people are getting their close-ups right there on the sideline. That's a whole new world. Now it is time for our Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. And we got to remember, overdoses can happen at any time and anywhere. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the OPI Rescue app, the OPI Rescue AL. You can find it in the Google Store or your Apple Store or wherever you get your apps for your device. And I'm just trying to understand, this is part of the whole new world. I remember where they were coaches that if they saw a camera, any camera on the sideline, they went ballistic. Now, some players have their own personalized photographers.
Yeah, and I don't know why you want that on the sideline. You don't want anything that's going to distract you. So I can see why coaches get upset.
I don't know. I mean, they have some people have their own video crews just for them. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. Logan Stewart on for the kick. Field goal is up, and it is good. Way to go, Logan. We saw him kicking him about 40 yards during warm-up, and this time he's able to kick it through. And now it's 21-9. So now we've got a team that's trying to creep their way back in, and Gardendale looks like they have the momentum.
Yeah, and you can tell they had a good drive right there. They didn't get 6, but they finished that drive right there with a field goal. And once if they can just make some more plays, positive plays on defense, I think we're going to continue to see a good game all night.
And remember, halftime, we will have the Avadian Credit Union halftime show. Make sure that you stay tuned for that. We will have interviews, highlights from this game, and possibly highlights from all around the country. Make sure you stay tuned for the Avadian Credit Union halftime show. Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Logan Stewart to handle the kicking duties for the Rockets. And this one now is caught, and now it's on the return. 20, and some more room to run, and they get it out to about the 30-yard line. And that was a good open field tackle there made by Levi Cooper. So now for Coach Bergeson and the Patriots, they've got 54 seconds to work on their 2-minute offense. Caleb Carson, and we call him Captain Cool.
Yeah.
We're going to see how well he can handle the pressure coming from Gardendale with 54 seconds left. Starting from his own 31, quick pass, reception made, still inbound, so the clock will continue to run. Reception made by David Walden. Now it's down to 44 seconds, 43. Another one, and good reception there by Tamon Felton.
He's doing a good job of getting that ball out. Look like he's so smooth, like the ball just floating in the air, but he's doing a good job of getting it to the receivers.
Goes out of bounds. Remember, another Fortis Institute scoring drive. Logan Stewart with a 37-yard field goal after 4 plays, minute 20 seconds taken off the clock. Another first down. Carson, first time we've seen him pressured, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. I mean, even when he's under duress, he's still trying to be cool.
Yeah.
26 seconds left. Ball at the 42-yard line. Got time for maybe 3. You could pull 3 plays out of this one at least. Maybe 4. How quick your offense can operate. 2nd and 10. Right in the middle of the field, Cam Foster. Now they've got to move quickly. Less than 20 seconds left. They're going to stop the clock to move the chains. But we do have a player down for Gardendale. And looks like he may have just got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah.
So now if you're the Patriots with 20 seconds left, are you trying to get the ball in the middle of the field so you can kick it? Or do you say, all right, we got at least 2 tries in the end zone before we have to try to do it? And remember, the Avadian Credit Union halftime show is coming up at halftime. So what do you think?
Yeah, if I'm the Patriots, I mean, if I have opportunities to get in the end zone, I'm going to try to get in the end zone at least. But I say if we get down to the 20 or 10-yard line and we don't make the end zone, if we have no time, I would try to get the field goal and to go into half.
And that's Carlos Brown. And he's trying to direct traffic already. And look, he's already wounded. He has a huge wrap on his thumb, and he's down. So, Coach wasn't telling a tall tale when he said that they're battered and bruised.
Right.
Here we go. 20 seconds left. Ready to start. Carson, quick pass, good reception again to Tamon Felton.
He did a good job of catching the ball, getting out of bounds on that toe tipper right there.
So they may be able to get 3 plays off.
Yeah, you definitely mentioned that earlier.
So now 2nd and 2. They get a first down. That'll stop the clock at least long enough for them to move the chains. Here comes Carson. Carson can't find anybody. Now quick pass and incomplete, intended for Reed Goldstein. Goldstein needs to become a stunt man because every time the ball gets anywhere close to him, it's dramatic.
Yeah. One thing about Carson, though, he has all day back there. They're going to have to create pressure on him and make him force something because he's had all day in the pocket.
Do they send a corner blitz or a safety blitz even in this kind of situation?
No, I think you just continue what you do. Continue what you've been doing.
3rd and short. Carson, quick pass, great defensive play, but they're going to call something. Kamari Gooden put that hand out, but we didn't know what the other hand was, but he did reach out that outer hand to make the play.
Yeah, that was a good play he made with the outer hand.
Interference, defense, 15 yards, results in a first down.
Let's take another look at it quick. Yeah, he may have had that left hand
in the hip pocket.
On the hip. That's why they teach you to go with that opposite hand, so then they can't say anything. 8 seconds left, and looks like Gardendale wants to call a timeout. They were concerned, and there's Firestone right there. He's like, oh, goodness. Another Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. And he's, as they say, an old defensive coach. He was a former defensive coordinator. And you see Bergeson right there with his offensive coordinator. They're just trying to make sure that they know exactly what they got to do because with 8 seconds left, they have to move fast. Everything's got to be toward the sideline, or you're going to have to go quickly into the end zone with a pass and then get everybody out there so you can kick it.
Yeah, I think the thing right here for them is going to be time management. Be smart and also know the situation you're in. You have the end zone or you have get out of bounds. So you have to be very smart and be very aware of what's going on.
So do you try one more time with a pass somewhere in the middle of the field, or do you just try to run it to get it to the middle of the field so you can have an easier opportunity to kick it?
I think I would try to get to the middle of the field just in case if we don't make it, then they'll have a nice setup for a field goal.
All right at the 20-yard line. Here we go. Carson throws a rainbow into the end. Oh, no. David Walton was all by himself, and it just went through his hands.
He was wide open. You see right here, he had all day, was patient in pocket, and right here, just hit his hands, but he couldn't come down with the catch.
Oh.
Whoa. You have to come down with a ball like that in the end zone.
That hurts so much. That hurt. Regardless if you pull for the Patriots or the Rockets, that was a great opportunity. So now, field goal opportunity for Judson Eanes. Should be a chip shot about 33, 34 yards. Timeout called by Gardendale, and they want to try to ice him with 1 second left on the clock. And Eanes, sometimes kickers won't even go to the sideline. They'll just stand there and practice and practice and practice. Nobody touch them. Every kicker has their own individual process.
They do.
Now his snapper, number 13, Hardy Butler, He is an interesting young man because he has a lot of schools offering him scholarships because he is a award-winning long snapper. He goes, I didn't even know this, there's long snapping competitions in which this young man wins a lot of those competitions, and he has a few scholarship offers so he can be a long snapper. Hey, there's always a way. Just got to find your niche, and he's found it. All right, here we go. About a 35-yard field goal for Eanes. And here's the kick, and it's wide right. And the Gardendale defense holds once again, and Homewood leads the field without any points to end the half. 21-9 is your halftime score, and I think that pain of the overtime loss to Mountain Brook is still in the back of their heads a little bit because they were efficient at times. But, hey, credit Gardendale. Their defense took advantage of the opportunity, and on that play, they shut the door.
Yeah, Gardendale has made some key stops right there. On that last play was very crucial, and they're finding something that works for them. That's what a good team does. They adjust what they need to do, and Gardendale done that in the second quarter. I mean, they made some key big stops, and look like they finding something finally that works for them.
And for the kicker, he'll get another opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to shake it off and just get ready when he gets another chance to do what he needs to do. And there are the Homewood marching band as they're quickly coming onto the field. Let's go down to Austin, who has Coach. Austin?
Coach got a decent lead here going into the half. What's the most important thing to keep that lead?
I just wasn't really pleased with that sequence of events right there before halftime. You know, I thought we played a really clean game up until then, but we got to make a few adjustments back and play in the second half.
Yeah, and just I know it wasn't what you were looking for, but the defense did stand tall, and you almost came away with some points.
They did. They've done well all year, so I'm really pleased with them. You know, it was just the muff kick that really got us right there.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Thanks a lot, Austin. 21-9 is your score. What started off as a rout has turned into something a little different. Stay tuned. The Avadian Credit Union halftime show coming up next.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're gonna do Gardendale first. Do you know how far out that is? He's here. What is JEFOEC?
Oh, Jeff Coed.
Jeff Coed.
Yes, Jeff Coed, Jefferson
Okay.
County Education Board.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Jeff Coed.
Welcome back to the Avadian Credit Union halftime show. 21-9 is your score here at Driver Stadium in Gardendale, Alabama. Let's go down to Austin Pratt. Austin?
Guys, I've got Sheldon Dukes here, principal of Gardendale. And Sheldon, could you just tell me, how does it feel to be out here and hosting Friday Night Rivals here tonight?
Oh, I think it's great. It's a beautiful night. We finally got some football weather. We got two great communities that are participating in the game. It's been a really good game so far. Hopefully we can get a couple more breaks and pull this one out in the end.
Yeah, definitely. And what can you tell us about your Christmas Visions program?
Our Christmas Visions program is a huge deal for the students here in Gardendale, also the community. We serve over 30 different schools for children that are needy during the Christmas season. And it's a 35-year-old project. We've been doing this for 35 years. It's our students do most of it. We have a faculty representative that organizes them. Last year we raised over $55,000 and served and helped over 225 kids during the holiday season.
Yeah, it's certainly awesome to hear. And what about that partnership with Jeff Coed and the city of Gardendale?
We have a great support from Jefferson County Schools, obviously, but our city also helps us not only with facilities, partner with the county, also in the classroom. They financially support our teachers, our students. They do all kinds of things for our students, help them in fundraising efforts, help them. We sent our dance and cheer to nationals last year with the aid of the city. So it's a huge partnership. We have a very good relationship with the city officials, the mayor, Stan Hoagland. I tell people all the time, there's not a better advocate for the Gardendale High School students than Stan Hoagland and the City Council of Gardendale. So they're very helpful. We have, like I said, Dr. Gonsolin and Stan are great friends, and just a great place to be, and just a great partnership.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very much, Sheldon. We're glad to hear all of that. Your Friday Night Rivals halftime coverage. We'll be right back. We're in. I'm still tossing a break after. Okay. That sounds good. Be like a. Okay, you're good. Okay.
And this is part of the example of what high school is all about. That's Elijah Page. He's a reserve offensive lineman for Homewood, but he's also a part of the world-famous Patriot marching band. They even went to the Rose Bowl and marched in the Rose Bowl. So, this is what you want to do when you're a young man. You want to play football and be in the band. Good for Homewood to allow him to do both. Let's go down to Austin. Austin?
Guys, I've got DeVaris James here. He is the head varsity coach for Homewood cheer. Now, why don't you tell me what goes into preparing for these games every week?
Well, of course, we found out who we're playing, and then we have our weekly practice. Actually, we practice every day, and then as we're preparing for those practices, it depends on like what skills we're doing. Of course, the cheers and stuff to get the crowd excited, and any kind of support for our team.
Yeah, definitely. And, talking about that support, how important is that constant support that, all athletic programs end up getting from the cheer program?
Oh, it's very important that our cheer program is supporting all the athletes, no matter what sport it is, like whether it's football, basketball, we support volleyball, we support flag football, all of our athletes and all of our other sports that are at the school, we're very into supporting them. Support is a huge thing at Homewood High School.
Yeah, definitely. And could you talk about what's the culture like at Homewood High School?
Oh, man, the culture is awesome. It is awesome. One thing I know about Homewood since I've been there is tradition. Like, tradition is a huge thing. And then, of course, with tradition, we come our support. And when I say support, that means our community. Our community is behind us 100%, no matter what we're doing, as far as academics, as far as sports, anything you can think of, our community is awesome.
Now, we love to hear that at Friday Night Rivals. But your Friday Night Rivals halftime coverage will be right back.
Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
And he's
Welcome back to the Evading Credit Union halftime show. Ridgeline Roofing and Restoration Scholar Athlete of the Week. And for Homewood, our Scholar Athlete of the Week is Justin Eanes, 4.41 GPA. And he is part of the National Honor Society. And also varsity kicker for the Team Fortis. He has a soccer history, and he's part of the National Computer Society. Let's take a go around the country and see the highlights that we have here and across America on Friday Night Rivals.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
And he's are you kidding? What just happened? Flipped out of his hands, and it's a touchdown for Jaden Pierce. Oh my goodness.
Here's Knuckles. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Running under it, making the catch. What a catch by Cade Mitchell.
Holy cow for the Food City touchdown. And
plus stop of the game, Jeremiah Cruz. He had a few of those tonight. Jeremiah laying the wood.
250 yards passing. Now he wants to take a shot. Looking to hang this one up for Gardner, and he drops it to him, and Gardner makes a move at the 35. Gardner's still on his feet. Gardner's got 3 touchdowns tonight. Seeger's got 5. Polka fires
Rams. Ball is intercepted by the Rams. It's Mason Wydra with the pick. And here comes the Rams the other way on the turn. Here he goes, right side of the field. Wydra with some blockers. Wydra on the return of the interception. He's all the way down to the 10, the 5. Wydra returns it for the score. Mason Wydra.
Receiver in motion. He will roll right. Under pressure. Still on his feet. Trying to find somebody downfield. He's in trouble. He'll throw it to the back of the end zone. The receiver's wide open. Touchdown, McQueen.
The Avadian Credit Union halftime show continues as Homewood has a 21-9 lead over Gardendale, but it's the Rockets that have really been impressive trying to take advantage of the mistakes that have been made by Homewood. James Red along with R.J. Burns. R.J., when you look at what Gardendale's been able to do, what's impressed you?
I think Gardendale, they're making some plays defensively. They're making some great plays. They're standing their ground, but at the same time, they try to get a little rhythm going offensively in the second quarter, and that's what they have to continue to do in this second half. They want to be successful.
Let's take a look at our first half highlights, and this was one where some people thought it was going to get away from Gardendale early on. First touchdown of the day by Griffin, 3-yard touchdown run, and then it will be another touchdown, but the tush push by Carson, and it will be 14-0 at that point. And then we thought a route would be on. David Griffin again with a 3-yard touchdown run, makes it 21-0. But then here comes Gardendale. Hayner, the tight end, Jackson Hayner with a 47-yard touchdown pass. He gets into the end zone, but the point after attempt is no good. But right at the 120 left, it was Stewart with a 37-yard field goal, and that's where we find ourselves. Credit Union halftime stats. It's heavily in favor of Homewood, but Gardendale's taking advantage of the opportunities given.
Yeah, Gardendale, they've been doing some great things. I mean, they don't have a lot of pass yards. They have 133, but they also have 107 total yards, but they're doing some great things offensively. I think they'll do some things coming out in the next half.
Look at the yin and the yang, 15 minutes of time of possession and 300 yards for Homewood on the other side. We take a break. We come back. We'll get you ready for the second half. 21-9 is your score. The Avadian Credit Union halftime show continues. Welcome back to the Evading Credit Union halftime show, Driver Stadium. As take a look at the halftime stats. What's very interesting about this, RJ, is the fact that Gardendale has the time of possession well at hand with 15 minutes, but it's Homewood that has all the yards. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, they have a lot of time possession, but at the same time, Gardendale, they're trying to find something that worked for them. At the last drive, they've been very successful, but you said Homewood, they have a lot of time of possession, but they have the most points. They also have less time possession. I never thought I saw anything like that.
16 first downs for Homewood as opposed to Gardendale only has 8. Now, Gardendale traditionally wants to try to run the football. That hasn't been effective, but they've been able to find something through the air.
Yeah, that's one of the things about Gardendale. If you want to be successful, you want to just you want to continue to make positive plays, but you also want to get first downs, because first downs eventually lead to touchdowns, and you want to be successful. So you have to have more than 8 first downs. So hopefully they'll make some halftime adjustments and see what they got to do, and they come out and execute on offense to try to get more first downs.
And when you take a look at it, it's pretty interesting. 21-9 is your halftime score. We're going to get you ready for kickoff, and we'll see what the third quarter presents itself. Thank you for watching the Evading Credit Union halftime show. Third quarter coming up.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals. I'm here with Coach Firestone, head coach of Gardendale. Coach, I know we were just talking about that momentum that's been picking up on your team here in the first half. What's the key to keeping that going and getting the guys fired up in the second?
Well, like I said, we did a good job with the second half, the first half right there at the end. We have won the first part of the middle 8, okay, which is the last 4 minutes of the first half. Us scoring. Us getting the kickoff right there, coverage right there. We did a really good job with that. If we can get our offense to get some positive momentum going this right here, just come away with some kind of points, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown, that would keep us some momentum.
And it's a short 2-possession game. What's maybe another key factor of really kind of whittle down on the points here?
Well, what we got to do on defense is we've got to shore up in the inside. They're hitting us with some inside runs and a little bit over the top. They've helped us out with a couple of drop balls, but we got to shore up our coverage as well. On the running game, we got a couple angles that we got to fix. I think Coach McCoy did a good job adjusting at halftime.
Thank you very much, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Thanks a lot, Austin. Now, it was Gardendale who won the toss, and they deferred. I thought that was not necessarily the best idea, But, hey, it worked out in their favor because now they'll get the ball back.
Yeah, I think it's going to be big because they get the ball back, and hopefully they can try to get something going right here. And they finished that second quarter off pretty high, so maybe they can continue to build on that momentum and continue to get a nice offensive drive going right here when they get the ball back in the second half.
Caleb Carson has done a lot for the Patriots. He's ran it, he's thrown it, he's directed the offense. And, you know, we haven't seen any bugaboos from him at all. 11 of 19, 144 yards. He threw a nice 40-yard pass. You know, what do you expect to see from him in the second half?
I think he just got to continue to do what continue to do what he's been doing, and just be coachable and just continue to execute well. One thing about him, he's very patient in the pocket. He's very poised. He reads the defense well, and he just makes great plays like great players do.
And as we get ready for our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff, we already had our first penalty of the third quarter, and it's not from the players. It's from the Gardendale band. Now, you know, you got to understand, there is a battle of the bands when two pans go.
Definitely is.
And you look at Coach, and I know he's like, oh, my goodness, I can't. Oh, yeah, he's upset.
Yeah, he has to be upset, Coach.
Yeah, but you know what? You know, when you've got the behemoth of the Patriot marching band, Gardendale was like, we're just not going to let them dominate.
Yeah, we need our time, too.
We need our time. Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff high, and they're going to let it go into the end zone for a touchback. Yeah, so they will penalize, and as they say, that's something that Coach may have to take up with the principal, and then they'll band director, principal talk.
Had to talk that out.
There you go. There you go. So now let's see if Gardendale can get things started as the Homewood defense. I know they most likely are not happy that potential third shutout of the season was botched. So now we'll see if they can get a second half shutout. All right, from the 20. Handoff to Evans. Evans bounces off like a pinball off of one defender and gets about 3 or 4 yards on the play. And it looks like we've got a player down for Homewood. Young man grabbing his knee, not necessarily the best thing you want to see. And the only thing I can say is he's young, and the way that they anguish on the ground, you may see him 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
And he's ready to go.
Hopefully it's nothing too serious there.
And obviously they have the proper personnel out there just to check and see what he's feeling. Even head coaches out there just checking him out. Player safety is the first and foremost thing, especially in today's game. We've seen some players with the protective headgear,
yes,
which is legal, and now they're working on it just to see. And Birmingham is one of the few places in the country where you have some of the best athletic medical professionals. As you can see, he's walking it off. I told you, it may have hit his funny bone. Now he's going to jog off.
Trying to get a little pep in his step right there.
There you go. He's like, okay, I'm jogging off. I feel better now.
I think that the first initial hit on an injury always hurt, but once you get better, you get starting to feel good.
Now, you know what would have got me up for me?
What's that?
If they would have said a needle. I would have been like, I'm healed. I'm healed. I'm healed. I am healed. Let's go. I'm ready to go. All right, here we go. Second down, 3 wide receivers now on the far side. Evans still in at running back. They're going to fake it to Evans, flare out, and slipping and falling is Jalen Keenan. But there is a flag. Let's see what the official call will be. And it's a hold. So regardless of where that ball was caught, it just pushes them back even further.
Yeah.
And for Ridge Wiggins, the sophomore quarterback, he's held his own. So far tonight, he's 12 of 17, 133 yards, 1 touchdown, and that one was a 47-yard throw and catch to Jackson Hayner. And Coach Eric Firestone is not happy. He has red hair, but now his face matches his hair as we have a Jefferson County Department of Health timeout.
Coach is fired up down there.
Well, I mean, you know, he most likely called in a play, and the play wasn't followed. And yeah, he's got to calm down and definitely don't break the headgear. Yes. And remember, an overdose can happen at any time, anywhere. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the OPI Rescue AL app today. And part of this is, you know, you got a sophomore quarterback. You've got some underclassmen mixed in with some seniors and juniors. All of that is a mixture for where, okay, started and run a play.
Yeah, I mean, they're very young, but at the same time, they can't use that as an excuse. They have to just continue to play with the sophomores and freshmen that they have and just try to make plays all night.
2nd down and long. Wiggins, throw, finds Hayner, and Hayner is wrestled down. And the senior tight end has that big C for captain. You know, that's part of the new deal now, you know. You see the NFL with the C. What was that Coach Prime had? Leader?
Yeah, leader. And he had D. Like,
yeah.
Leader is leader and D is dog.
Dog, you know, I mean, you know. Here comes Wiggins. And wow. He may have put his receiver in a bad spot on that one. And that was a good pass, but dangerous. General Wilshire there on the reception.
Very dangerous, but he did it like an athlete does. He still made the catch. He caught the ball, but like you said, you can't put your receivers in dangerous positions like that. I know he had to feel that hit right there.
Definitely. Punting situation now for Hayner. And did he kneel the ball? Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, and I know Coach Firestone's like, oh, man, this cannot happen. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
So his knee touched the ground when he went down to try to catch it. So, yeah, his knee is down. His knee is down.
Crucial play right there.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely went down.
Yeah, his knee is down.
It's actually a good call by the white hat referee.
He was right there. Oh, man.
Had to see it all. Man.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do. So now the defense is in a precarious situation, and Homewood is most likely in the best situation they can be in. 1st and goal in the Window World red zone now for the Patriots. Quick pitch out to Agent Zero, Chappie Chaplu, and he's in for the City of Bessemer touchdown. And Chappie's like, okay, did we score? Yes, we did. All right, let's take another look.
Yeah, Chappie plunged way to the end zone, outside toss. He just boomed his way right there to the end zone and was very aggressive, and he did what a great running back does. He found the end zone.
He's known for scoring touchdowns, leads all running backs in touchdowns scored this season. Eanes on for the point after attempt. Oh, is this one good? Yes, it is. curveball makes it through. And 28 points now scored by the Patriots. And Chappie Champloo dives in for the score. Stay tuned.
Closed captioning is brought to you by 1 Hour Heating and Air.
And Children's of Alabama Smile Cam, the cheerleaders, as they say, they're doing their job, getting the fans involved, and always with a smile. Children's of Alabama Smile Cam. Now time for our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Judson Eanes handling the duties. He's kicked a lot of them to the back of the end zone, and this one is also in the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I swear to God.
So now we'll see if Gardendale can get things started, as a faux pas on special teams gave Homewood a short field. So now Ridge Wiggins and his offense have their work cut out for them as they trail 28-9. Walter Tamper in at running back now, along with Wiggins in the backfield. Give to Tamper, trying to make it to the outside. He's quickly wrapped up. And that was Randall Jaquez on the backside of that to bring him down. And Tamper getting a few touches now to start the third quarter. His action in the third quarter. So now second down. Call it about 8. Going to try to run it in the middle of the field, and nothing having. Once again, that defense is right there. Stout, Luke Etheridge, and also John Martin right there on the tackle.
Think about this defense. They're also very physical. They do a good job of getting off blocks and finding the ball. They have been doing that all night.
Third down and 5. They need to get beyond the 30-yard line and make sure they have enough for the first. 3 wide receivers now on the near side. Got to make a play. Wiggins makes a play, finds Crum, and Crum has enough for a first down, and they'll move the chains. Another Salvatore's first down.
Yeah, Crum was very patient right there in that window, because they would make the catch. And I mean, that's what you want to be as a great receiver. You see the ball, you sit down and wait for it, and there he did. Made some positive yards enough for the first down.
Parker Lindsey there on the tackle. Now he's trying to direct traffic from his linebacker position. Another quick pass and gets slammed to the ground. That's John Griffin on the tackle. Corbell made the reception.
John Griffin has been very active tonight on defense. He does a great job of finding the ball, and once he finds it, he makes plays, and he comes downhill, very physical, and just made that last tackle right there.
Second down, Evans on the reception, and good pursuit by the Patriots defense to quickly bring down Montravius Evans. Third down. Needs to get into Patriot territory for a first. And is it a reception? No, they say it's incomplete. John Martin there on the coverage.
John Martin did a good job of covering the receiver right there. Didn't get too far from him. It was in great coverage, and the receiver didn't make the catch.
4th and 6. Are they going to go for it? No. Looks like the punting unit is going to come on. And this will be pretty interesting because Hayner tried to catch the low snap, put his knee on the ground, which gave the Patriots a field position to score on their last drive. High kick by Hayner. Fair catch call. Catch made by the Patriots. And tonight we want to send a special shout out to the King boys. They make sure that all of our scissor lifts and our heavy equipment gets out to every game that we do on Friday Night Rivals. And as I've said before, this is most likely the best shot of a group of towing and recovery young men. And you can see our scissor lift right there, and our crew is there, and they're waving. Yes,
hey, man,
yes.
See you out there.
Yes, we have one of the best crews around, and that scissor lift just you can't drive that down the street, even though it has 4 wheels.
Yeah,
you can't drive it down the street, so it has to be carried. And we thank King Boys for doing all of that. So now the Patriots are slapped with a personal foul. So now we're even. Gardendale had a personal foul in the first half. Now Patriots have a personal foul now here in the third quarter. So now here we go from the 15-yard line. Quick pass by Carson. And another good run after the catch for Tamon Felton, and he is stood up.
You have to know where he's at all times, because if he gets the ball and he gets explosive and he gets loose, never know what he could do.
And Felton looks like he's a little gimpy there. Trying to find some room to run is Goldstein. And Reed, and you know what? Reed sort of calmed down now. He's going behind his offensive line, and he's not reversing field and doing all those things. Reed is like how I play PlayStation. my man is going there because I don't know how to operate the buttons.
Yeah.
I really don't. I'm a one-stick, one-button guy. That's how old I am. Yes. Here comes Carson. Oh, yeah, and that's incomplete. Intended for Foster. And now it seems as though the momentum is starting to go away from Homewood, and it's Gardendale that's starting to get their momentum going.
Yeah, on that last play, Gardendale, they did a great job of putting pressure on the quarterback, Carson, and it showed right there in the play. He wasn't able to get the ball off like he wanted to, and that comes from creating pressure.
Third and 9. 13 seconds left on the play clock. Caleb's got to get this play off. Going to send Foster, get him close in. Quick pass and good catch made by J.T. Watts. Now, you know, he could use that name in some NFL cities and maybe be able to get some free hotel, free food or something. I'm J.T. Watts. There we go.
One thing about Caleb, he's very patient in the pocket, very poised. I mean, he's not under any type of pressure. He's just going to continue to sit there and get protected. And he did a great job of finding the receiver and making the play downfield.
And that's our ACT equipment coach's call. You think that was the right call?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Here comes Davis Griffin, and Davis is out of bounds. And that was Carson Ellis who grabbed him and ushered him to the sideline. You don't know about that. They used to grab people in the service and, ooh, we're going to move you out of here.
Told them what they were going to do, huh?
There you go. We're going to move you out of here. Second down and 8. Getting closer to midfield are the Patriots, sending a man in motion. And somebody just got whipped down. Ooh. And that was Chauncey Goodwin to make that tackle. And I mean, he just did whoop whoop on Davis Griffin. Look at that play again.
Yeah, you see right there, he just, boom, throwed him to the ground.
That was one of those wrestling moves.
Yeah.
Third down and 7. Make it 6. Good catch there. Keeping the drive going. A reception made by Landon Pettis. That's his 7th reception of the year so far.
Look like they're trying to find some type of rhythm right now in the offense. They've been running the ball on the ground. They threw the ball, and they're just trying to stay. They're not trying to go really fast. They're trying to make something that's work for them. And right now they've been doing a great job of doing that.
They're eating up a lot of clock. Definitely.
Definitely doing it.
Giving their defense a rest. First and 10 now from the 41-yard line. Carson going to throw it long, has a receiver. They call it. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Felton was interfered with, and all the Gardendale guys are like, wait a minute, what happened? Kamari Gooden and also Carlos Brown over there. Let's take another look. And that's Brown. Now remember, Brown only has a hand and a half.
Yeah.
Because that thumb is wrapped up. I've played like that, and that's nothing to play around with. Catching is a problem.
Well, he tried to make a good play, but like you said, that he had to be mindful of the one hand that he does have tonight.
So now first down after the pass interference penalty, only 15 yards on that play. Going to give it to Griffin. Griffin's going to slide forward. Able to get about 7 on that carry.
Griffin on the zone right there. He's doing a good job of following his offensive lineman. One thing about this team, they have been very physical all night.
Jaden Maddox there on the tackle, and he has a soft cast on. Come on, man. This is a mash unit. Quick pass. Wow, good play there by Walden. Walden keeps his feet, and he gets inside the 10 to about the 4-yard line. A Windows World red zone. Right back in our Windows World red zone. And remember, you can enhance your home with Window World of Central Alabama. They redefine durability, performance, and value, setting a new standard in how you live or work in Central Alabama. Keeping it on the ground and maybe a yard short is Reed Goldstein. Now, that should have been the time he does the razzle-dazzle.
Yeah.
Here we go, trying to go quickly. Another tush-push.
Their version of it.
And their version of the tush-push. Caleb Carson in for another City of Bessemer touchdown. Or no. So a flag before the play actually got off. So now it'll be half the distance.
On those plays like that, you kind of know what's coming, so you just have to be prepared and be ready for the ball to be snapped at any moment.
Here we go. And a small tush push, and now it's into the end zone for the City of Bessemer touchdown. That one will count. See the celebration. It's a celebration for the offensive line. That offensive line is pretty stout. Take another look. They said, you know what? Yeah, they said, you want to do it again? We can. And that's great. Dinka, Edwin McBride, and Walter Bostic. Gabriel Carson on to handle the kicking duties now, giving Eanes a rest. And Carson, he gets it through. Lead expands now 35-9. You watch a Drummond Company Friday Night Rival presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover. Stay tuned. The Patriot Marching Band, world famous. They've played all over the world. They even went to the Rose Bowl and marched in the Rose Bowl. And that's why, if I'm a football player, I'm trying to get in the band.
Yeah, you see.
They go to cool places. They obviously go to cool places. You know what? They came to the game not on a Jefferson County or a Homewood school system school bus. They went on charter bus.
Charter bus.
That's
wow.
just letting you know how important they are to the Homewood High family. Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. It's returnable. And goes out of bounds. And that's Joel Olive on the return. So now Gardendale has their work cut out for them. They've got to try to get the momentum back in their favor. That'll be Ridge Wiggins and company's job. Remember, the school bus stop at the end of the game, one of our best defensive stops. Make sure, and remember, our school bus has rims.
Yeah, look at that.
We ride rims. They spin, too. You don't know anything about that. You don't know about the spinners. I have to educate you on that. Here we go. Keeping it on the ground is Walton Tamper. Oh, no, check that. Our new running back du jour, General Wilshire. Trying to keep it on the ground while he jumps over a defender. But they didn't call hurdling.
Yeah, I was just about to say, be careful with that.
First down at the 39-yard line for the Rockets. A little bit over 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Keeping it on the ground is Wilshire. And he's brought down at about the 44-yard line.
So far, they've been doing a good job of keeping the ball on the ground. They're getting positive yards. They're not getting any negative yards. And maybe that's what's going to have to work for Gardendale. I mean, they're doing a great job right now.
Flare pass out to Hayner, and Hayner is quickly brought down. There's that young man again making the play. Is Mr. Griffin, John Griffin. They have him listed as a free safety, but they might as well put him more like a rover back.
Yeah, he's been all over the place all night, finding the ball, and not only finding the ball, but making great plays on the ball as well. You see on that last play, came downhill and made a good form tackle.
Three wide receivers on the far side now for third down. Trying to convert, keep the drive alive. And that one is incomplete. The intended receiver, Trey Crum, goes to the ground before the ball gets to him. And good defense there by George French. So now on 4th and 5, you're trailing 35-9, 51 seconds left in the third. You've got another quarter to go, but it looks like they want to go for it.
Yeah, they're going to try to make something work right here.
Quick pass out, spin move. Oh, and he just goes down on his own. Just can't keep his feet, and it's turned over on downs. The defense for Homewood stands strong as now the Patriots have the ball back.
But it was a good play right here. He just couldn't get many pass yards. He's very patient. He caught the reception right there. Good way to make a tackle right there. He just ended up slipping right there.
Wow. I mean, he really slipped.
Yeah.
Now he's going down. He may be in some pain.
I think if he would have slipped, he would have had just enough yards for the first down.
So now great field position again for the Patriots. Going to hand it off to Goldstein. And now Goldstein goes forward for about 3 or 4 yards. And Caleb Carson and company going to try to work this clock a little bit more to try to end the quarter. They bring in Cam Foster at wide receiver. And Goldstein, he's a hoot when he wants to run the ball. And they're just going to let it continue to go down. And this should, and it does, end the quarter. We go to the fourth quarter as our Salvatore's Pizza break is on right now. And we'll see who will have the game-winning pizza after the game. 35-9 your score. Stay tuned. $35-9 is your score. Children's of Alabama Smile Cam, and you see the Gardendale student body. Some are smiling, some aren't because the team is down. And we're going to see if we can find somebody who's like, yeah. We're not going to smile right now. Like, we got to get the lead again. Caleb Carson and company looking at 2nd and 7 as we start the fourth. Screen to Walden. Walden breaks one tackle, and he pushes his way forward about 2 yards short of the first down before he is brought down by Kamari Gooden. So we're going to move some bodies around. J.T. Watts coming into the game as Walden goes to the side. 3rd and 3. They want to convert to try to keep this drive alive or even try to find a way into the end zone. Give it to Griffin. Griffin finds his way, fights his way forward and able to get another Salvatore's first down and move the chains.
Griffin did a good job right there running his feet. Was able to get some more positive yards, but he denied to go down.
"32-yard line, make it the 31 of the Rockets." That's where we find the Patriots as they continue to drive to see if they can score some more points. Another quick pass. This one to Cam Foster. Holds on to the football as they tried to bring him down. Carson Ellis there on the tackle, among others. So 2nd down and 1. Goldstein, the back, along with Carson. Here comes Goldstein. Goldstein's got a lot of room to run. Gets the first down. Wow, almost kept his feet. He was tripped up. And he lands inside the 20. And now it's not only a Salvatore's first down, it is the Window World red zone time for the Patriots once again. So now 1st and 10 inside the 20. DeCordris goes in motion to the far side. Going to give it to Goldstein, and this time they find Goldstein out, wrap him up, and bring him down. James Coffey, amongst others, there to make a tackle.
Defenders got to the ball and they did a great job of wrapping him up right there in the backfield.
Clock continues to run, under 9 minutes left to play. Pitch out to Chaplou. Chappie. Here comes Chappie into the end zone. Touchdown. Chappie Chaplou. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. And Chappie does what he does best.
Yeah, he
touches the ball and scores.
He Chaplooed his way to the end zone as well.
Yes. Take another look.
Tossed it right there to the toss. And as you see right there, he just went straight to the end zone, found it. He just trucked the defender right there. He said, I would not go down. And he found his way into the end zone once again.
Now Gabriel Carson on for the point after attempt. And it's good. And now they're right at their average. Now 42-9, and that's about the average they do offensively. Let's see if Gardendale can answer. Stay tuned. And things are a little shaky right now for the Rockets if they're going to try to make a comeback. 42-9 is your score. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover. And now the Patriots are going to try to put this one on ice. Gabriel Carson will handle the kicking duties for our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Now Judson Eames was kicking it into the back of the end zone. Can Carson do the same? And we'll find out right now. Kicks this one, and it's going to be a little short, returnable now for Gardendale. That's General Wilshire there, and gets it close a little bit to about the 25, 26-yard line. And now we'll see what Gardendale can do at this point. Trying to come back and get the win may be a little bit out of hand, but showing that you've got some resilience and keep fighting, that may be good for them.
Yeah, as long as you don't give up and keep playing, that's what a coach would look for in the team right now.
4 wide receivers. Wiggins still in the shotgun. Quick pass to Keenan, and Keenan gets enough to get close to a first down, maybe about a yard short. So now second down and short. Clock not on the side of Gardendale along with the score, so they've got to move pretty quickly. And goes nowhere fast. Big number 95, Major Moorer, able to make the play. We've got a general and a major in tonight's game.
Yeah, Major met him right there at the line of scrimmage. He saw it, he reacted, he made a good tackle, good form tackle as well, right there at the line of scrimmage.
So are we supposed to say we salute you?
Are we? Who knows?
I don't know. Major and a general. We definitely got to stand up and stand at attention. 3rd and short. 4 wide receiver set, still trying to stay in the spread. Going to fake it over to Evans, and this one is batted down. And looks like that was Joey Lukia now.
Way to see the football right there. Once he saw it, put his hands up and got a deflection on the ball.
See, I got it right. Lukia now. Joey Lukia now. Trying to go on 4th and short. And depends on where they spot it. It should be enough for the first down, but we're not sure. And they say yes, it is a first down, and it'll be a Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta first down. Remember, 4 convenient locations. Mention Friday Night Rivals. You get 10% off of your order. So now with the first down, the drive continues for the Rockets. Hanner in motion, goes back and forth, chops the steps and gives. Looks like that is Montavious Evans. And now clock continues to run. Time is running out for the Rockets to see if they can get their first home win under head coach Eric Firestone. Evans trying to make it to the outside and does. He may have gained 1 yard on that to bring up a 3rd down situation. Once again, John Griffin right there to make the play.
John Griffin has been everywhere tonight. I mean, this dude, he sees the ball, and he not only sees the ball, but he gets to the ball and make a tackle. And he's just been a very active player on defense all night tonight.
They need to get beyond the 45 and make sure they have enough for the first. 4 wide receivers on the near side. trying to go for, oh, whoa, at the ball. You can't leave without the football. And now Evans goes down, and he is writhing in pain.
Evans had a good game all night tonight.
Now, the thing is, he allowed himself to be a moving target because he was bobbling the ball and moving all at the same time. And there were multiple Homewood players that basically took shots at him.
They were all over him.
The ball out. And somebody must have hit him low because he's down. And you see Coach Firestone. We're going to take a break, and hopefully this young man will be okay. You're watching Friday Night Rivals. Stay tuned. (42-9) is your score. Gardendale trying to keep the fight alive here with 5 minutes left to play here in regulation as the dancers for the Rockets go to their feet as we get ready to start play again. Fourth down, they're going to go for it. They need to get to the 45 for a first. Hayner goes in motion, and now he is close to the line, more like a slot back. General Wilshire keeping it on the ground, and looks like he may have pushed forward enough for a first down to keep the drive alive.
General did a good job right there, just keeping his feet moving, trying to make positive plays out of that. I mean, once he figured everybody was getting around him, he just did a great job of continuing to move his feet.
Salvatore's first down. Ball now at the 45-yard line. And for Rich Wiggins, he's got to know, less talk, more action. Running out of time. Quick pass, and once again bobbled, but this time able to hold on to it is Brooks Beasley, and he gets another Salvatore's first down.
Great catch and a great throw right there, but not only did he make a great catch, but he also got some positive yards right here. You can see he's very patient. Once he got the reception, tried to make some good yards right there. He bobbled that ball, but he was able to catch it.
Ball at the 39. 4 wide receiver set. Keeping it on the ground. Wilshire able to get inside the 40 down to about the 34-yard line. So now less than 4 minutes. They've got to move. They need as many scores as they can. No time to just stand around. Second down and 4. 14 seconds on the play clock. Looks like we may have had some movement. And looks like it'll go against Homewood, and that'll give Gardendale a first down. And it's enough for another Salvatore's first down. So once again, Self-inflicted wound by Homewood allows Gardendale to keep their drive alive.
Yeah, that's huge right there.
Here we go. 3 wide receivers on the far side. Let's see if Gardendale can make something happen. Quick throw, able to find Hayner, and Hayner goes down. And there's my chicken and the cone head. Yes, I knew I
you saw something, huh?
A chicken. There is the chicken. Just don't take your senior picture with the chicken on your head. That's all somebody wants to know. Wilshire, this time he can't go anywhere fast. Luke Eldridge, right there to wrap him up and slow him down. Time is definitely not on the side of Gardendale now, as we are under 3 minutes left to play in regulation.
Luke Eldridge basically met him right there in the backfield.
And they keep trying to run the football, but time is not working with them. Here we go. Trying to keep it going. And nothing happening there on 3rd down. So to bring up a 4th down situation. Defense once again pretty stout. And that was Tate Burtonshaw. Clock continues to run, and it looks like they're going to take their time to try to get into the end zone. 4th and 4. This may be enough to put the game on ice. Could this be the stop of the game? We don't know. Wiggins throwing, and I don't know who he threw it to, but miscommunication there. But the defense holds for the Patriots, and they turn the ball over on downs, and the offense will have it with 56 seconds left as the student body, octopus, squid, chicken, and cone heads with cowbells are right there.
Got a lot of school spirit showing right now tonight, huh?
No, they've got a lot of something. Yeah. Jack Myers coming in, the quarterback for the Patriots. And that is Micah Jones on the carry. And for Coach Ben Bergeson, this is, as they say, a get-back game, get-right game.
Yeah.
He was able to see his offense and defense play up to their standard, to what they've been able to produce so far this season. And they've got a big game coming up in 2 weeks against Parker. Less than 20 seconds to play here in regulation, and it looks like they're just going to let the clock run out as the bands continue to play. The players go to line up. And for Coach Bergeson, another victory. And his team looks like they may be back on track. Your final score, the Patriots of Homewood defeat Gardendale 42-9. Stay tuned. We'll have our player of the game, our trophy, and our bus stop of the game. Stay tuned.